To enable progress billing on a one-off job, you will need to check Enable Progress Billing here under the Jobs Summary table. Once Enable Progress Billing is checked, you can then select if the progress billing type will be manual or milestone. For this example, we'll stick with manual. Next, you can enter invoicing notes. Please note that these invoicing notes here are for internal reference only. If the client needs notes about how they will be billed, I would suggest entering these into the client notes field as well so that the client sees these notes on their proposal and or invoice. Once you're finished setting up the job, just click Save and Close. To generate an invoice for progress billing, you'll want to navigate to the Invoices module and select Progress Billing Invoices. From here, you'll find a list of all jobs set up with progress billing that still have an uninvoiced amount. Once the uninvoiced amount is reached, those jobs do disappear from this page. I also want to note here under invoice frequency, we see those invoice notes that we included on the job when we enabled progress billing. They're here for reference. To generate an invoice, we're now going to select this green invoice button here under Actions. Create Invoice page, you'll want to confirm the invoice lines. You'll note here that pre-populated invoice lines are pulled from the following completed visits, meaning that the lines that are included here by default when you're creating the invoice are items that are included on visits that have been completed on the job. I do want to note that these invoice lines can be removed or new ones can be added as well. You're also required to give an invoice date, and once you're done, you'll select Save and Close. Now that the invoice has been created, I do want to point out that it syncs to QuickBooks upon creation. The invoice type is known as Progress, and it can now be emailed and payments can be processed just as it can be done on any other invoice. And lastly, the invoice can now be found on the Open Invoices page here. There you go.